Investigators are now working to determine exactly what happened with this situation. And joining us right now, 10 Tampa Bay News aviation expert Mark Weinkrantz.
Yeah, Mark, we know the plane involved was a Cessna C550 here. I was looking through some of the incidents right here. There have been more than 440 incidents. The vast majority did not involve any fatalities here. How safe is this plane, and where does the investigation begin?
Well, the airplane has a great safety record. It's very popular. It cruises high, it cruises fast. So it's great for corporate travel. It's a small airplane. Everybody inside, just imagine like a family sitting around a dining room table. That's about the interior space you have. The investigation, there'll be all kinds of people arriving from the NTSB, the FAA. There'll be other investigators that'll be there as well. And they're going to go through every piece, every bit of analysis, and they'll release a preliminary report in 24 hours.
These are just the first steps right here, Mark. We know that part. However, the airport that they were returning to, it doesn't have all the updates, as you were mentioning.
No, well, it's an airport. It's a corporate type airport. It's suitable to go ahead and service these aircraft, but it doesn't have a full-time tower. And very important in this situation, it doesn't have a full-time fire department. They acquired a used truck, one of those big green monsters with the nozzles on the top, this past summer, and they budgeted through the city to go ahead and build a facility and have it fully staffed by mid-2026. It might have been a different outcome had they had immediate fire response.
Yeah, I lived in that area there, Charlotte Douglas Airport, not far away at all from there. Would that have been a different scenario if they could have made it to Charlotte Douglas?
You know, in an aircraft this size, I can't imagine what was going on with all the passengers. And we don't even know what kind of fire it was. Was it an engine fire, which is bad, but not as bad as a cabin fire? Was it important that he get the airplane down immediately? Charlotte by air, 8 minutes away. And had they done that, they could have given notification. He could have executed a checklist, secured the engine, and had fire emergency equipment waiting for him when he landed. It would have been a better option if he had the time, if he had the presence of mind.
And that being said, you talked about some of the issues that were going on in the cabin. No matter the experience of someone, that kind of close quarters, that makes it difficult for any pilot to operate under.
Oh, incredibly. And imagine someone who's screaming for the lives of their children when they see a fire like this in a contained thing. They want that airplane on the ground. And it's not a segregated cabin from the cockpit. It's a curtain, possibly. These are people they know. It's up close and personal, as close as we're sitting right here.
Yeah, you were a pilot for 35 years. You experienced fires while flying.
All kinds of emergencies, but that's what you train for as a professional pilot. You run through the simulator with engine fires on takeoff, on approach, loss of hydraulics, any number of things. The preliminary investigation here will show us any number of things about what this pilot did and didn't do. I can't project into the cockpit. I wasn't there, but he had his hands full no matter what his experience level was.
And Mark, I'm a novice when it comes to all of this, but takeoff and landing, I understand, of course, some of the most dangerous parts of the flight.
It's very intense. You have to pay attention, but the airplane is also situated in a position where if you take off, they broke ground. They had one engine operating at least. It's a flyable aircraft. Could they have made it to Charlotte? Absolutely. Once again, I wasn't there in the airplane. Was it an engine fire? Could it be contained? And the engines, remember, are built out on pylons, too, to keep that fire away from the cabin itself. Unless it was an interior cockpit fire, which required them to get that plane down as soon as possible, possibly Charlotte would have been a better choice.
There's a cutoff switch for the oil and the fuel in these aircraft.
There's generally a fuel cutoff on all aircraft. They'll cut off anything that will burn in the engine, fuel, hydraulics, and oil. And once that's done, there's nothing really left to burn there. And the engine is contained and offset from the cabin of the aircraft for these purposes.
All right, thank you so much for your expertise there, Mark Weinkrantz. Hate to do it under these circumstances. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Greg Biffle would have been celebrating 56 years old on December 23rd.